So we do know that particularly in the city of Toronto, that Black communities have been disproportionately impacted by the COVID-19 pandemic. Black communities were 6 to 9 times more likely to be infected by the COVID-19 virus than white Canadians in Toronto. More recent data from Statistics Canada has really just shown overall that Black communities, wherever that data was collected in Canada, were disproportionately impacted, more so than any other group. Now, when you zoom in even more, neighborhoods that have Black and racialized women, so a large number of Black and racialized women, it looks like there's a pattern where that was a group that was disproportionately impacted. But that's stats. I can say at least firsthand as a Black woman, here in Toronto at least, family members and things like that, we are the groups that are more likely to be the PSWs or the frontline workers or the essential workers. And so, not being able to have sick days, not being able to socially isolate or work from home or even socially distance when there was, a positive case of COVID-19 really put us at risk.
The biggest impact that COVID-19 had on my life was probably like the loss of my mom. That's definitely the biggest one. She was complaining that when she's trying to get new PPEs, she has to go to like a whole other department, grab some of theirs, and go back to her department and try to move through multiple clients.
The challenges that we're facing right now is with PPE. Because some days we have and some days we don't have. And then there are days when we have one set of PPE for the entire day.
My mom, she was kind of like one thing for my family, my mom was like the pillar because she was like the big sister of like her side. So she kind of like held it. Like any event, she would be like the host. Anyone had problems, she'll try to take it on with them. And she wouldn't really ask too much for herself. So she was a very strong woman.
I felt so lonely because my family couldn't come and visit me because of the fear of bringing COVID to me. I was now faced with having to go outside to get my own groceries. And what do you think? COVID-19, coronavirus? I was fearful.
What is happening in long-term care and families being fearful. I hadn't worked in long-term care for a really long time, and they were asking for volunteers to be deployed into long-term care homes. So I did volunteer to be deployed into a home because I felt like as a nurse it is my duty and my calling to help and help when I can. And I knew very well that I would be putting my family at risk. So I was very careful in reviewing the donning and removing of like PPE and what that would look like before I get into my home, just to really eliminate any risks or exposure to my family.
We were supposed to go to like a family get together. Well, I wanted to go I think it was like 2 weekends ago, I believe. And we were gonna sleep over there, bring Isaiah and just show him off before his 1-year birthday. And my wife didn't wanna go. And then the whole house got it, so around 10 people has tested positive for COVID. So it's definitely been an eye-opener, and I'm definitely feeling a little bit more scared and nervous about COVID.
For me, it's always been a concern, just as a safety hazard, You don't want to, in a way, chance anything with COVID-19 or any coronavirus.
I had my doubts about COVID before, because it's like we're all moving around, doing our things as usual, going to work. Sometimes we didn't even have the face masks on. You don't even realize it. And you're being around people, and this thing that was supposed to be spreading so fast and so quickly was not affecting like me. I'm like, okay, so did I have it before? Or like, so anyways, pretty much my trip to Ghana was more for to see family. My grandma passed, so I'd gone back for my grandmother's funeral. I found out I had, you know what happened was I wasn't feeling too good one night, but it was just a tightness in my chest. It just happened one night, and that was it. And I'd been to the gym prior to that, so I was under the belief that it was probably because of the fact that I had been to the gym, so my muscles were sore. And then I realized that, oh no, wait, 2 days ago my mom had also complained about feeling lazy and tired. So you know what, my dad was like, yeah, let's just all get tested, and just so we know. And we all just got tested, and we all tested positive. You know, it's 100% real, man. It's 100% real, because I tell you this, when I was back home in Ghana and I got sick and my whole family got sick, my dad felt really ill, like really, really ill. It was pretty bad, you know. It scared all of us because none of us had really seen him that weak and fragile and tired and restless. So yeah, no, it's not a good experience especially not for the person and for the family. So I 100% believe that we should be more careful.
I know what it is to actually be on the phone with, a friend saying, I can't breathe, and trying to figure out by phone where the ambulance is going to come. Getting texts from a young teenager saying, please pray for my mommy. So I know the impact that has, yes, with regards to the statistics, but I also know my real life experience being part of a community that has been so badly impacted by this pandemic.
What I would say to people that are not taking it seriously is that for right now they think it won't affect them, but if you think about it, like I had that same mentality for a second. It hit right into my house. It took someone very important from me. And it's a serious thing. It can literally happen to anyone, and it's better if we just keep it safe and just try to just practice social distancing and properly sanitize everything, and just really try to avoid catching it as possible.
Some of the things that have been implemented are necessary to make sure that we're all safe and to make sure that you get to go home and see your family, we get to go home and see our family. So it's very real, and I just be cautious and follow the guidelines.
Please, if we all do our part, every one of us, I believe if every one of us do our part, we will not be in the situation that we are in right now. And that's how I feel about it.